What's going on, everybody? Dylan here with Espresso Outlet. Today in front of us we have the Rocket R58 espresso machine, and we are going to do a brief overview of the machine. So to get started, up here on the top, as you're going to see, I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit closer. You're going to have your two little holes right here that you just pull up, and you have a nice water tank reservoir. So this reservoir is 2.5 liters. And you're just going to go ahead and dump your water right through here, quick and easy. And it's right on the top also where the cup warmer is, and you also have your nice cup rail. So when you have a lot of different cups, it makes it super hard for the cups to actually fall off of the top because of that cup rail, which is a nice cool feature, especially if you have a lot of supplies. I mean, I know me having a lot of different portafilters that I use, bottomless, spouted, and stuff like that, and cups, shot glasses, pitchers, everything fits up here. This thing is super hot. I mean, if I hold it, I'll hold it as long as I possibly can until it gets too hot. That's really hot. So super nice, definitely comes in handy, especially when you are trying to preheat your shot glasses, pitchers, and everything. It does a really good job. So another thing we're going to talk about is the drip tray. So to access the drip tray, you just pull up and pull out, and then you get down here. So I believe this right here, this little plastic piece, is what you would remove, and also this nut inside of the actual drip tray to be able to actually direct plumb it to, let's say, a 5-gallon bucket or some kind of filtered water at your house. Or you can keep it just like this, and you can just remove the actual drip tray every single time. In my experience, I pull about 4 to 5 shots, and that needs to be emptied. I would recommend around 3 to 4, just so you're not spilling it over when you get done pulling shots and steaming milk on the machine. So one thing I do want to mention here is the hot water spout. Works really nicely. It does a 360, so I mean it can move around, pivot pretty much everywhere. Same with the steam wand. Now, the cool thing about the steam wand is the fact that it is a no burn steam wand. So I can actually turn this thing on. And it does not burn at all. So it does not get hot. The only thing that gets hot is the tip, so do not touch the tip. That is not insulated, but this whole entire part of the wand is. So super nice. Steam pressure is really good. It makes super glossy milk. Good for pouring latte art, cappuccinos, any kind of coffee that you drink in the mornings. So I do want to point out here. So here are the spaces that you can actually add. So I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with the Lillet Bianca. It already comes installed with a flow paddle and a pressure gauge on top. But you can actually put the paddle on top here. So all of this gets super hot. So the entire unit, this plate right here, all sides of the machine. So this is not a machine that you want to just keep laying around where kids can touch it, because this thing is super hot. I mean, super hot everywhere. But this is where you would add right here. You would remove this. You would put the pressure gauge, or the flow paddle here, and the pressure gauge here. So that way you can do flow control, which is a really nice addition to the machine. It really just gives your espresso that extra, the extra opportunity to dial in a bean differently than just an on and off. So it does come with a touchscreen, which is over here on the side. I can get a better angle over here. So there is the touchscreen. Just to kind of go through it, if you touch the top part, you can actually mess with the boiler pressures. You can do it on Celsius or degrees Fahrenheit, up and down. You can also go over here to the steam pressure. It tells you the temperature of the steam, which is at 258 degrees. And then if you actually click on these 3 dots up here, you can go to a menu, and it just gives you all sorts of different data. So an inlet water, so you can either keep it on tank or hard plumbed. Obviously mine is on the tank, so we're going to keep it clicked on the tank. You have a calendar, date and time, inlet water, language, and boiler, and also an eco mode, to where this will actually go into a standby idle after so long, you'll see that start to blink. To turn that back on, you just open and close the lever to where you're about to brew your coffee. So this is detachable. So this can actually come undone, and you can kind of hide it away if you don't want that, or this can't be pretty much where your space is to actually set your setup up. If you can't have it here, then you can actually remove it and then plug it in when needed. Nice little feature there. All right, so let's go back out to the machine itself. And then it shows you the pressures here. So you have your steam pressure here and your brew boiler pressure down there. It's a nice way to check to see what kind of pressure you're getting when you're pulling your shot of espresso. Is an on-off toggle switch that's over here on the front-facing plate of the machine. Super easy. It's a nice tactile feel to turn it on and turn it off. It has a shot timer. So up here, and I can go to it really quick. So here is the shot timer. So as I pull the lever up to pull a shot, you'll notice that that shot timer starts immediately. That is a really cool thing to have. So you can essentially just keep your scales underneath here, tear them out, and it'll actually start timing it for you as soon as you go to pull the shot. So no worries on trying to start that timer on a scale. You just have it pretty much already in there. So this machine is a semi-automatic. It also has a PID temperature controller, which we've already discussed. Output capacity of this machine is roughly 20 espresso shots per hour. So if you're looking to do a coffee cart or any kind of commercial, I would not recommend the R58, only because 20 espressos isn't too much. Now you could potentially get away with that being on a coffee cart, depending on the events that you're going to. We have other machines that are better for coffee cart, but for at home, it's going to be super hard to pull 20 shots of espresso in an hour, especially even if you have friends over. I mean, the most friends you might have over is maybe 5 or 6, or if you have a party. But it's a really nice machine. It's rated, like I said, output capacity is about 20 espressos per hour, which is pretty good. It is a dual boiler, 2.38 liters. Like I said, it's got a water reservoir of 2.5 liters, which is nice. This is an E61 group head. In my opinion, I think thermal stability is super good on an E61 machine. This whole entire unit is made super well. It's actually made of 304 grade stainless steel, which is super nice. It includes a 58 millimeter portafilter. So here is the portafilter it comes with. It's got the dual spouted, and it's got a single spout one as well. It also does come with the connections. I know we talked earlier in the video. It does come with the connections to actually plumb it in. So all that is included with this machine, which is super nice. It comes with a blind basket. So the blind basket is like this. It's got no holes in it. And the purpose of a blind basket is so that way you can put your cleaning solution in, lock it in, and you can actually flush the group head and get all those nasty coffee beans and grimy water out of that. Flush it completely. We actually have a video. I'll link it here somewhere so you guys can go back and watch how I did that. It comes with a 58 millimeter metal tamper. I'm not a huge fan of the way it feels, but it does work very well, and it fits in the basket nicely. It's got a drain kit. And like I said, this machine is coming in at about $3,300. I've used it for the last month and a half or so, and I've absolutely been loving it. It's been pulling great shots of espresso. It seems really good milk, and for $3,300 being a completely, this thing's just a tank. It's a really good deal for the price. So if you guys have any questions, please link them down in the comment section below. They are available now at Espresso Outlet. I will also link this machine in the comment or in the description section below as well. And as always, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm Dylan with Espresso Outlet, and I will catch you guys in the next video.